Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being here today. My name is Jordan and I'm here to do a general tarot card reading for the Pisces Collective. We'll start by pulling some spirit animal cards, then we'll move into a full 10 card tarot spread using the Modern Witch Tarot. Thank you for supporting my channel by liking, sharing, commenting below, and subscribing to my channel. I appreciate all of your love and support. We have Turkey Spirit, which says give with grace and gratitude. Something here about being generous, someone being generous to you, or you being generous to somebody else. Giving, maybe a gift is coming in. Maybe a spiritual gift is being activated within you. We have Electric Eel Spirit, which says bring your ideas to life. And to me, it reminds me of Frankenstein, which is like bringing something to life, you know? Activating something within you. We have Time to Collaborate underneath the bottom of the deck. Let's see what the tarot has to say. We have the Moon, 10 of Pentacles, 7 of Wands, the 10 of Wands, Justice, I'm hearing the words Savior. Trying to save the world. Someone's trying to save you, your world, Pisces, or you're trying to save someone. All right, one more card. We have the Magician reverse underneath the bottom of the deck. Well, Justice and 7 of Wands, they both talk about fighting for what's right, standing up for yourself, what's going to be the right thing to do in a situation. In the future, we have the Devil reversed, and we have the King of Wands representing you right next to it. So I do see that you are defeating some type of negative influence, some negative attachment, some karma, maybe even some negative karma. Okay, it's almost as if there is some type of big karmic situation that you are trying to close out in your life. 10 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles. Both of those are endings. We have the 7 of Wands here in between those two. So it's a battle, it's a fight, it's a, you know, trying to push through some really heavy, big, you know, karma that's in your bloodline, in your family, in your ancestry. And you have the support of a divine feminine who's been passed on, maybe a mother or a grandmother here, trying to help you take the lead in a family, breaking a family curse. That's what I'm getting. Moon card and Devil card. That's an interesting combo. Yeah, I can see it more clearly now. The moon card talks about cycles, the divine feminine, the nighttime energy, the power of the moon, the internal, the mind. It also talks about rituals because we do rituals along the moon. Then we have the devil card, which also talks about rituals, satanic rituals. It's reversed though. So then we have justice, which also talks about rituals next to the Ten of Wands of yeah, so there's a strong energy of rituals coming through. We sacrifice a turkey every Thanksgiving with that turkey here. So I would say this is you are defeating some type of curse that's been on your family bloodline for some time. Doesn't have to be that like some witch cursed you or something like that, or cursed your grandfather or something like that. But it is saying that there's been a cycle of loss, great gain and then great loss throughout each of your ancestors' lifetimes. It's like there's like highs and lows, peaks and valleys of abundance and health. And it's due to some type of internal fluctuation that's happening throughout each lifetime. Of not feeling satisfied, not feeling like something is enough. It's almost as if there is a lack of gratitude that happens after having so much. And then that lack of gratitude eats away at the abundance, eats away at what your family has had. And then that lack of abundance, it passes through generations, and until one generation, maybe even your generation, reaches the bottoming point where there's nothing left to lose, and there's only more to gain, and then the cycle repeats itself. It's like through hardship and through leadership and through a lot of work and fighting for what you deserve and the support of your ancestors and loved ones, you persevere, and the scales of justice balance, and there's gratitude because you fight and work for every little penny that you have. So that shifts the abundance, and then there's abundance in that lifetime, and then the cycle repeats itself. It's like after having a lot of abundance, that gratitude runs out because it's just there in copious amounts, and then we see a decline again in future generations. This is the cycle that you're meant to break in this lifetime. Through teaching your it's almost as if say for your ancestors in the past who had money. You might not even know them. They might be further back into your ancestry than you even know. There was an energy here of passiveness, passivity, of just allowing things to happen in a certain way without any structure, without any routine, without any guidance. And that lack of guidance, that lack of emotional teaching is what led to the decline in abundance. It wasn't that there wasn't enough. It wasn't that there was even money spending problems. It was literally just a lack of leadership when it comes to future generations, to the children, to the grandchildren. Because what we have here are these king and queens. They're good at accomplishing things in their own life, for their own generation. Kings and queens leave a mark for their generation, and then they pass on the title to the next king and queens. But an emperor, an empress, which we don't see here, they create something that lasts so many generations that it doesn't even matter who is the next emperor or empress or the next king or queen. It's already established for hundreds and thousands of years. This hierarchy of abundance and control. It's interesting. So right now you're working towards restoring your own abundance, building your own empire, but eventually you're going to have to switch into the role of teacher, of being a leader within your family or within your chosen family. Whoever's going to be your legacy that you leave your money to and you leave your teachings to. Abundance doesn't always have to talk about wealth in the form of money as well. It can talk about wealth in the form of knowledge and love and connections. How are you going to ensure that future generations have what you have without a built-in lack mentality? Because the lack mentality didn't start because of a lack of abundance. The lack mentality started because of the lack of emotional attention and leadership within the family. Maybe too much emphasis was put on material things, material achievement, and not enough attention on emotional growth and compassion and emotional self-discovery. So there was an emotional lacking. And that's where the power comes from. We have the moon, which is a very powerful force, but the moon is not on Earth. It can only reflect light from the sun, and it influences the tides. It influences water. But we've got the ocean in the Queen of Cups, the ocean of emotion, and there's true power that comes from the ocean, raw, untapped power. And I would say the Queen of Cups in this whole reading is the one that has the most power out of all these cards. Justice is just there to say, oh, something's unbalanced, we're going to balance it, whether it's good or bad. It's divine law. There's no power in divine law. It literally is the way that it is. It may seem like it's powerful when it acts in your life, but it's willpower. It's free will, which is represented by the water. We think that willpower is fire, passion. But passion is desire. Passion burns passionately like fire. But willpower is something that comes from something that's more permanent within us, our emotional space. If we have clear, healthy emotions, we usually have good willpower. It's something that's innate within us, that free will, in order to act upon our passions. So we've got that fire-water dynamic right here. Fire, water. So it's interesting. But yeah, I think the overall message here, I think you're picking up on it with me. I'm just kind of going off into little side reading tangents here with some of these cards. But overall, a big generational curse is being broken. The abundance is changing. Little by little, step by step, you're taking leadership of this in your life. And it's up to you, once you achieve some type of new level of abundance, by defeating your demons, defeating the emotional insecurities within you, it'll be up to you to teach that to future generations. And that's what's going to leave justice in an upright position. All right. So that's why this turkey spirit, which is abundant and it's being activated within you, is your ability to give with grace and gratitude. To give not only just money, but to give love, give attention. Because it almost feels like you or past generations in your family were just left to their own devices. Passive energy. Here's the passive energy. Here's being left to find something outside of what was already had in the dynamic. It's like there already was wealth, so something more had to be found through darkness, through a dark path, through suffering, through pain, when really it could have just been given by past generations to future generations. That love, that compassion, that emotional attention. There wouldn't be this need to throw and waste and spend and let things decline, you know? Anyway, it's a generational type of reading today. All right, that's what I've got for your reading. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you again soon.